subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Guys, I have some super exciting news. Piece TCG is finally on Apple, but in the right way, and let me explain what that means. So before this massive update, which just dropped a couple of hours ago, if you're using the SIM on iPhone or your Apple tablet, you can only play with other people in the Apple ecosystem. So if your friend is on Android, Windows, you literally can't play with them. But now, the greatest master of them all has dropped the Piece TCG SIM on iPhone, and it's crossplay now. So that means regardless of what device you're on, you could be on Apple, Android, Windows, you can all play together now, which is beyond awesome. So let's sort of dive into it. I tried to get this going initially myself with the iPhone, and honestly, it was really difficult. So I wanted to create a tutorial where you can install the TCG SIM on your iPhone or your Apple tablet, and you can do it, without having to jailbreak. You can do it without having to pay something. It's all free. It's been tested by, many, many people. So let's actually get started right away. So first warning is, this approach only works on Windows, and I'll explain why. So if you have a Windows computer, let's get started. You're also going to need a USB cable to connect to your iPhone. So the first place you want to start is AltStore. If you go to altstore.io, and all of these links I'll have in the actual video description. So if you forget, don't worry about it. Go to altstore.io. You should see this page. We're going to scroll down to the very bottom, almost there to the download section. Now, if you live in the EU, Europe, this is the version you want to download. But because I live in the US, I'm going to click this right here, AltStar Windows. And I've already installed this. So after you install it, let's take a look at our files. Go to Downloads. And we should see Alt Installer right here. So I'm going to go ahead, if you haven't done so, just extract it all. Pick the place you want to click, and that's it. So this is where I installed it, Alt Installer. I'm going to go in here. Simply click Setup and just go through the install process like you would with any other application, and then you are good to go. One thing to keep in mind, if you're on Windows, you need to install iTunes and iCloud, and if you have these things installed through the Windows, App Store, you need to uninstall it first. So to simply uninstall it, you can just go to, let's go app right here, or type in remove. Open up your search box, type in remove. This should be the first option right here. Add or remove program, and here you can come in and essentially uninstall iTunes. And after you do that, when you go click on this installer again, it'll actually tell you to install like the proper version of iTunes, iCloud. It'll actually give you all the executables. So when I installed my Alt installer, it actually gave me these two executables. So you simply just install iTunes, install iCloud, and then after that, you are good to go. So before we get into the rest of Alt Installer and how to actually use this, one thing you want to do is come to your iPhone section right here, click on your phone. Once you connect your phone with USB, you should see it pop up here. So I see my devices right here. What you want to do is click on the device right here. You should be in device summary. Simply go down and enable sync with iPhone over Wi-Fi. And I'll sort of explain why this is needed, but this is important. Once you get done, you are now good to go. So this is now assuming that you have Alt Installer, installed. You have your iTunes installed. You have iCloud installed. And what you want to do is, after all these steps are done, simply go down here and right click right here, or not right click, but left click, and you should see Alt Installer. You'll see install Alt Installer until, enable JIT, check for updates. So we're almost there, guys. So now what we want to do is close this first. Boom, Alt Installer has been closed. And then the next thing we need to do is install this 4GB patch. So just to explain what this does is, if you're trying to install a iOS package that's over 300 megs, Alt Installer has an issue. So what you can do is download this patch, which actually enables you to download files as large as 4 gigs. So what you want to do is go to this site, ntcore.com/4gb-patch. Again, I'll have it in the video description. Scroll down, download this, and once you download it, you're going to come here, and this is what it looks like. You can simply just extract it like you've done, and we extracted it down here. So what you're going to do is open this up, But remember, before you run this, make sure Alt Installer is closed like we did. So come in here, download this Forge patch right here. And what you're going to do is you need to find your alt server executable. So in my PC, it's under C drive, program files, x86, alt server. And you simply click that and open it, and it'll essentially just patch it for you. Once it's patched, you are good to go. So click the search button again in Windows, type in alt server, open it up, and now you are good to go. So the next step we need to do is actually click on this, left click, and go to install alt store. And if you notice, my phone shows up here. Simply click on that, log in using your Apple ID and password. You can use a free Apple account as well too. And once you hit install, this will actually install the application on your phone. So after a few seconds, you'll be able to go to your home screen on your iPhone, and you'll actually see Alt Installer. Now, before we switch over to iPhone, showing you what you need to do, there's two more steps you need to follow. The first one is in your iPhone, click on Settings, General, Profile, and Device Management. So after Alt Store has been installed, go to your Settings, General, Profile, and Device Management, and trust this right here. You'll see Trust followed by the email that you use for Alt Store. Simply trust that. After you trust that, we need to also enable developer mode. Super straightforward. So if you have iOS 16 or higher, go to Settings, Privacy and Security, scroll down to see developer mode, turn it on, it'll reboot your phone, and after that, you're good to go. This is just a necessary thing that's needed to ensure that you can actually install applications. So we are almost there, guys, and once you have done all these steps, you should be good to go. So let's go ahead and actually cut over to the iPhone and see what we need to do next. So if you follow all the steps so far, when you go to your iPhone and you go to your home screen, you should see the Alt Star application there, which is the Alt Store. Yep, so if you click on that, the first time you open this, it's going to ask you some options to like enable notifications and other things. Just hit allow, enable, and then after that, you're good to go. So first thing you want to do is click on settings and actually log in with your Apple ID and stuff. If you don't, when you try to sideload any application, it's going to go ahead and, ask you to log in. So just log in ahead of time, makes it super easy, and you don't have to do much. And after that, you go back to your apps. You see where it says 7 days? With Alt Store, every few days you need to refresh the connection. When we initially went to iTunes and enabled sync over Wi-Fi, this will ensure that if your phone is on the same network as your desktop that's running Alt Store, it'll automatically just always refresh for you. So it's not something you really need to worry about. Super simple. So yeah, it's almost, it's there. The next thing we need to do is actually download the iOS.ipa file. What we're doing here, you can apply to any other application you want to sideload. So you go to our developers link tree. I'll link this in the video. Go down to OPC, full Windows download. If you click on that, backup plus full download, it'll take you to a drive, and this is where we can find the iOS.ipa file. Essentially, just download this file. It's like 400 megs. It's not too big or crazy. So go ahead and download it. And then after you download it, go back to Alt Store. And if you're not sure how to get to download, click on Browse on the bottom right. Go to My Downloads, select the file, and here it's just going to start installing it for you. So if it's taking some time, it means you followed all the steps perfectly and you are good to go. So this is going to take some time. Let's see if we can skip past this a little. Yep, it takes a while, so it takes a few minutes. So if it's taking a while, you're worried about what's going on, just check the progress bar in the app and you'll see it's going. We're almost there, almost there. Yeah, it takes a while, guys. So have some patience, grab a tea while all this is going on, and there we go. Boom. We have installed the application. You can see it there. And now if you go to your home screen, you also see it there. So great. Next thing we're going to do is actually open it up, play some games, and show that it actually works. Now let's actually open the game up and get some awesome games in. And I'm happy that there's finally crossplay. We can actually play with, more people. Before this, you can only play with people who are on the iPhone, Apple ecosystem. And yeah, it kind of sucked. So you go in, look at that. You can load up decks, check them out, do whatever you want. Let's actually jump into a quick game with using their pre-made decks, which I think should be more than good. So let's go in here, select Big Mom. Or let's do Animal Kingdom instead. go into a match. Sometimes it takes like a few seconds to actually find the game. So if you're waiting for like, 10, 15 seconds, don't worry about it. It's simply just matching you, also giving the opponent an opportunity to come in. So nothing crazy there. And boom, look at that. We're actually in the game. We're actually playing. This is like awesome. Now, if you want to play with your buddy who's on Android or Windows, you want to create a private game or just play in quick match, go for it. You can do whatever you want. It's pretty awesome. And then right here, let's actually show you an alt store. If you need to refresh it, simply click on that 7 days or 3 days, whatever it's at. If you're on Wi-Fi, boom, you're good to go. And that's it. That's how easy it is to get, the One Piece TCG on iPhone, Android, or what we call Apple tablet. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. And then in the future, when there's a new version of it, simply do the whole process again. Go to the developer's link tree, click on like the latest version, download the updated IPA, click on the plus button, install the new version, and that's it. You're good to go. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. I wanted to get something quick out there, especially with this update coming out. I'm super excited. I hope you enjoyed it. But anyway, thank you so much. Follow us and have a great day.